Hi guys, it's Miss Croom here for our read aloud for today. So our lesson frame is I will describe what the picture shows us about the book, and we will describe what a picture shows us about a book. So before I do this, or before you watch this video, make sure that you watched the video that is all pictures. So I'm going to link it, and it is a great story. It has music along with it, but there are no words. And the idea behind that is that we can make up a story in our minds, and the pictures tell us a story. So most of you, or many of you, when you were learning to read, and some of you still do this, you pick up a book, and before you even look at the words, you look at that picture and you think in your mind, what does this mean? What is this picture telling me? What is this story? And you make up your own story, and that's a really good way to figure out what the words might say. And we know that from guided reading. We know that if we get stuck on a word, we can look at that picture, and a lot of times the picture will give us a clue as to what we're supposed to say and what the words say. So we are also beginning a new unit, and that is the unit on the Clifford series. We know Clifford is that big red dog that we all know. He's a character that we all like. So we are going to also be comparing and contrasting adventures in the Clifford series. But today we're going to focus on what the picture in the story tells us. So as I'm reading, I want you to look at the pictures, and I want you to think about what kind of story would you make up if you were writing the story. All right, let's get started. Here is our front cover. The title is Clifford's Family, and there's our picture. So think about what you know based on just the picture. And then I already told you the title, it's Clifford's Family, so you can infer that perhaps the book is going to be about Clifford's family. All right, here we go. Clifford's Family by Norman Bridwell. Make sure you can see. Hi, I'm Emily Elizabeth, and this is my dog. His name is Clifford. Are you thinking about what the words might say? We live in a small town now, but we were both born in the city. One day we went back to visit our old home in the city. Clifford hadn't seen his mother since he was a tiny puppy. She hardly knew him. She still treated him like a puppy. She checked his teeth, and she looked at his ears to see if he had been washing them. The man told us where Clifford's brother and sisters lived. We went to find them. Clifford's sister Claudia lived nearby. She was taking her owner for a walk. We went to the park with them. A taxi was blocking the crosswalk. Clifford took care of that. Next, we found his brother, Nero. Nero was a rescue dog at a fire station. While we were there, the alarm rang. We followed the fire truck. Nero rushed to the building. All right, before I turn the page, let's just review and remember that our I can statements, our I will statements are that we are going to describe what the picture shows us about the book. So I want you to think in your head or out loud if you're doing this with someone else when we turn the page and look at this picture, what you think this picture is telling us about the book. What do you see? What do you think Clifford might be feeling? What do you think the firefighter and this man are feeling right now? Pictures can tell us a lot about how someone feels and also what's going on in this story. Go ahead and make your predictions. Clifford helped him. Nero was very brave. Were your predictions good? Then we set off to the country. Clifford's other sister, Bonnie, was a farm dog. One of Bonnie's jobs was to herd sheep into their pen. Clifford wanted to do some farm work too. He started to drive the cows toward the barn. One of the cows was a bull, and bulls don't like the color red. See that picture? Bulls don't like the color red. What do you think might happen next? That picture tells a story. Clifford wasn't scared. He was smart. He didn't want to hurt the bull, so he jumped out of the way. When Clifford jumps, he really jumps. We had one more place to visit. It was Clifford's father's home in a town nearby. So, that text on that page is also giving us a clue as to what might come up. The house was small and there were a lot of kids playing in the yard. Clifford's father didn't have a collar or a dog dish or a doghouse, but he seemed very happy. I guess it was the kids. He sure loved the kids. He was a lot like Clifford, just a little smaller. Clifford wished his family could come and live with us, but they all had people who needed them, just like I need Clifford, the best dog of all. And maybe you have a pet, or maybe you have an imaginary pet, something that you think about, or a little brother or a little sister. They're kind of the same thing. You can think about how much you love them, and even though they go and visit other people, or your pets might play with other pets in the yard, they're just yours. They come back and they love you, right? All right, so let's go back and review what our I will statements were for today. I will describe what the picture shows us about the book, and we will describe what the pictures are telling us in the book. So we did stop a couple of times and talk about it. So as you're reading, maybe today or tomorrow, books that you have at home or other read-alouds that you find, maybe something on Epic, look at the pictures before you look at the words. See if you can make a prediction or see what the picture is telling us about the story. Tomorrow's story is another Clifford story, and we are going to be comparing and contrasting Clifford's adventures in this story and Clifford's adventures in the next story. As a matter of fact, I have that story right here. So I want you to look at the title, and I'll also, look at the front cover, and then I'll also show you the title page. And you can make predictions as to what you think the story is going to be about and what the picture is telling us. So here's the cover. And here is the picture on the title page. Did you make a prediction? All right, so I want you to be thinking about that today and tomorrow, and every time that you read, look at those pictures and see what you think the pictures are telling us about the story. See you soon. Bye.